Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel and another video. Let's play the intro and we'll get right into it. Yes, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal show. Again, I am here by myself. I didn't want to rope anybody in. It was 3 games just before, the game tomorrow. So I thought best do this by myself again. And obviously, there's a lot of football on, and I want to try and be as quick as possible because I know that probably a lot of you are currently watching the football. If you are watching this back later on, hello. Nice of you to come and join me. But also, the Highbury squad is going live at 9:45, I believe. So I know a lot of you probably want to go over there and watch that also. And just quickly, right away. Hello, Hente. Pleasure to have you here as always. Thank you, mate. Nice to see you. But yeah, just straight away going off really where we left off last time. Arsenal ended up going away to Leeds, and after a frustrating loss to Manchester United, we really needed a win to steady the ship and the seeds of doubt that were slowly creeping in to the fan base. And we did win here, and the win moved Arsenal 6 points clear in the title race, and results elsewhere over the weekend were quite favourable, so we kept that 6 point gap. But yeah, going into the game, and Arsenal reverted to the usual lineup befitting the team that we play in the Premier League for most of this campaign. I was actually very happy to see Kai Havertz keeping the starting berth in the 8th position also. And straight away before kicking off, big drama ensued at Ellen Road. Bukayo Saka unfortunately pulled up with a hip injury during the warm-up, and Noni Madueke had to come into the first 11 at the last second. The first 20 minutes of this game, in my opinion, was quite a bit bitty for Arsenal. There was a ruckus atmosphere at Ellen Road like there normally is, and Ethan Ampadu had a great chance that he squandered over the bar, but then Arsenal settled and we just asserted total control and dominance in this game. On the 27th minute, Noni Madueke, he hit a superb cross which was headed in by Martin Zubamendi after a corner was initially cleared, and it was a pinpoint cross from Madueke, and the header from Zubamendi for the goal was just as impressive as well. And I've mentioned on here and I've mentioned on other podcasts about how incredible his leap is for such a small stature player in the squad, along with Jurriën Timber, and it's a very, very valuable asset to have. Then on the 38th minute, Noni Madueke delivered a corner into the net, which Darlow in the Leeds goal. He seemed to punch on the way through under some pressure from Calvert-Lewin and Kai Havertz on the line. This was initially ruled out as an own goal, but the PGMOL panel used common sense for once, and Madueke got the credit he deserved for it. So yeah, very happy for him. And it was really funny because Mike from Arsenal Above All and the Purely did say this season that Arsenal will score directly from a corner, and we've all been saying that it's only a matter of time before Saka or Rice does it. And yeah, it ended up being Noddy that did it. So yeah, fair play. He probably would have been the least likely to me when you watch Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice's delivery in comparison to score it. But yeah, full credit to Noni Madueke here to score that goal from that corner. And then the second half and the subs come in. Martinelli, he made an instant impact off the bench. He skipped past Pascal Struijk and delivered a cross into the path of Victor Gyökeres, who tapped it in from close range to end a 6-game Premier League goal-scoring drought. And then to round the game off, Gabriel Jesus off the bench added a cherry on top after a ball in from Martin Odegaard, who come off the bench also. And then Jesus showed great strength to hold off Leeds defenders before hitting a Bergkamp-esque turn and finish into the bottom corner. It was probably the pick of the bunch of all the goals for that one. But yeah, man of the match for that game And I'm going to give it, as always, to Noni Madwecki. A goal and assist, stepping in from literally out from the bench into the lineup. And he played with a real unpredictability and confidence, which made him the architect for the win within 40 minutes of the game, really. It's a testament to Madwecki's preparation and mindset, which I have questioned at various points this season. But also got to give big flowers to Martin Zubamendi as well. I said pre-game about the volume of football he's been playing and the mistakes that he made against Manchester United in the fixture previously, but he royally shut me up in this game. He was absolutely brilliant. And Gyökeres getting his 11th goal of the season and becoming our outright top scorer in the Premier League as well is a huge plus. Odegaard, when he come on, he delivered the ball for Martinelli for the Gyökeres goal, and he got the assist for the Gabriel Jesus goal as well. So yeah, nice cameo from the captain. But yeah, Arteta was brave and correct to drop Odegaard, in my opinion, and he was proven right. I think Arteta handled this superbly, and he was quite vulnerable when talking about Odegaard in the pre-match press conference. And he kept firm in his squad management to restore his and the team's confidence. Perfect result against a very tough Leeds side. We saw yesterday they got a draw at Chelsea. So after a week of terrible media narrative as well from certain ex-players and pundits in the British media in the space about the style of Arsenal's play and the way that Arsenal score goals, we got three, in my opinion, very well-deserved open play goals. So yeah, that's something nice for them to swallow and to stew over. Just quickly in the comments here, do you like mosquitoes? No, I don't. No, I'm not a fan. And hello to you. And hello to you. But yeah, moving on. We had Arsenal. Sorry, the mosquitoes things threw me off a bit. But yeah, Arsenal then had to play Chelsea in the second leg of the Carabao Cup, and the result marked Arsenal's 20th clean sheet of the season in all competitions. An impeccable stat, considering it's only February and we've only played 38 games so far of the season. But yeah, Arsenal again went strong here, with the only real change being Kepa in the net. And Eze and Martinelli coming into the midfield in the attack. It was pretty much what we're used to seeing in the Premier League from the Arsenal. And this wasn't the most entertaining of performances or games. However, I can't bemoan or complain about anything here from the Arsenal. Really, the onus of the game was on Chelsea. They had to come and attack us, and they went five at the back and really didn't do anything of note, in my opinion, in either half. All I can remember from the first half was Enzo Fernandez shot that Kepa made a good save from. And then there was somewhat of a onslaught from Chelsea near the end, but we restricted Chelsea to 0 shots from inside the box from the 7th minute to the 90th minute, and we purely suffocated them at times. It was a gritty rather than pretty performance, I think, from Arsenal, but some of the duels out there between Timber and Cucurella and Saliba and João Pedro especially were really, really good in this game. We had a bit of a drama with VAR in the 84th minute when Chalobah caught Martinelli in the box. And despite the heavy contact on the follow through, the VAR deemed it a natural challenge. No idea how this isn't a penalty, to be honest. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I thought Chelsea were very lucky with this. And I thought they were lucky as well in the first half with Hincapie's header that Fofana just jumped and just slapped with two hands. It was completely ridiculous how that weren't reviewed and given for a pen as well. It's a blatant handball. But yeah, on the good side of the game, and yeah, we finally killed the game off with a counter attack and the goal. And Chelsea was trying to throw everything and everyone forward, and Arsenal broke away. Declan Rice carried the ball and played in Kai Havertz, who took it round the goalkeeper for the win in the game. And man of the match for that one was Hincapie for me. He rifled a great shot in the first half from about 25 yards, which produced a really good save. But I thought he was the standout performer in this game. He was defensively disciplined and aggressive when he needed to be. And he had a real sixth sense at times. He completely nullified Esteval when he come on as well. And with this win, Arsenal now have got a cup final against Manchester City, and I can't wait for that game personally. Arteta said that winning that will be a vitamin for the squad and the group, and I totally agree with him. It's our first final in 6 years, and it could be a real pusher for him and this squad for us to reach the promised land. We want to win the trophy, so yeah, that's what we definitely need to be doing. So yeah, I'll be very, very happy with that win. And hello. And then lastly, just before we wrap this up, Arsenal had the game against Sunderland, and we come into this game with a side more of a fitting of what we play in the Premier League. You know, Calafiori come back in as left back, and Kai Havertz still stayed in the starting 8 role, and then Gabriel Jesus got the nod up front. This win put Arsenal 9 points clear at the top of the Premier League, and that was our largest lead in the Premier League since our 2003-2004 invincible season, until the Scousers then completely folded for Man City at the weekend. And I can see that Fulham have also folded for Man City today. So yeah, that's been cut down even further. But yeah, it was the 21st clean sheet of the season across all competitions, and that surpasses our tally of clean sheets for the whole of last season as well. So great effort there from the lads. And straight away, Arsenal started the game really well. We had a great chance to take the lead 22 seconds in through Kai Havertz, who just got his header mistimed and glanced it wide. And then Havertz then become a hero up the other end of the field. David Raya, he spilled across from Robbie for Sunderland, and he had a great chance to score, but Kai Havertz was alert and he blocked it off the line. Sunderland had a few more instances, especially from set piece scenarios, that really did trouble Arsenal here. But Saliba, Raya, and Calafiori, they all had a few shaky moments in that first half, but luckily nothing come off and no goals went into our net. But yeah, fortunately, on the 42nd minute of the game, the deadlock was broken, and a moment of individual brilliance from Martin Zubimendi put us ahead. You know, Zubimendi received a pass from Trossard, and he unleashed a low swerving strike from 20 yards that cannoned in off the post. This was his 6th goal of the season, and he celebrated it hitting the Mikel Merino celebration, which was also a lovely moment and gesture from him. So yeah, really, really happy with him and the goal. It was a really well taken goal. And although it was a tough half until that goal went in, we still had great chances. Declan Rice had one outside the box that on another day that rifles in, and you're thinking what a goal that is. And Kai Havertz had one as well where he just hit it wide after some individual brilliance from him as well. But then on the hour mark, Mikel Arteta, he made a double change. He swapped Madueke and Jesus for Martinelli and Gyökeres. And within 6 minutes, Gyökeres had made it 2-0, improvising a powerful finish after a slight tumble, after being set up by Kai Havertz. And yeah, I was really, really happy for him to get that goal. And then in the 93rd minute, Arsenal capped off the win with a clinical counter-attack where Christian Norgard cleared it high and long into Martinelli's path, and then he burned past the Sunderland defence and just squared the ball for Gyökeres to tap in for his 2nd of the game. Really over the moon for the subs to come on and impact the matches. That's what you want when your starters aren't doing what they need to do. You want people off the bench to come on and score some goals. And yeah, the man of the match for that one, easily got to be this little man, Martin Zubimendi. I thought the Spaniard was magic here on the day. A great goal. He got 92% on his passing. He won 3 interceptions. He made 1 clearance. He made 5 recoveries of the ball. And he covered a staggering 11.45k on the day. Superb. Him and Declan Rice's partnership is absolutely fantastic. And they effectively suffocated Sunderland in this game. But yeah, flowers as well. Got to go out to Victor Gyökeres. He's got 6 goals now in 2026 alone. That's more than any other player in the Prem since the turn of the year. I thought Martinelli's cameo as well, superb, like I mentioned, and I thoroughly enjoyed that Kai Havertz performance as well. I feel Kai Havertz, and it's annoying saying this now, obviously knowing the news that's come out with him being injured now, but I've really felt, and I still feel that Kai Havertz, hopefully he's not out for a really, really long time, but he can be really pivotal in unlocking Victor Gyökeres for more goals, in my opinion. Kai Havertz can occupy defences and he can occupy space with his stature and his play, and that will give Victor Gyökeres more space in behind, which he wants. He wants space in behind to either run onto the ball and then unleash shots. That's that's his bread and butter. That's what he wants to do, and he's got a very powerful shot. That's his trademark. You look at the one that he scored against Inter Milan away in the Champions League. they're the kind of goals that he wants to be scoring. Okay, you want the goals in the box and everything as well, but that's the goals that he wants. He wants to be slamming that ball into the back of the net. And I was kind of thinking about partnerships. What kind of players similar, what kind of two are like that, and it got me thinking, and my mind went to Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez at Inter Milan, and then the Chris Sutton and Henrik Larsson partnership at Celtic back in the day. I think the physical strength and the hold up of Kai Havertz mixed with the ability of Victor Gyökeres to be that poacher for Arsenal, it could be huge for Arsenal. And it's just such a shame now that Kai Havertz has got that injury. And yeah, like BX Gunner's put here, I've just read that Havertz is out for 4 games. And yeah, it's a real shame. Real shame. And yeah, hello to you as well, Benjamin. And Arsenal, no. Real Madrid, yeah. No, we're not. We're 2 completely different teams. Yeah. But yeah, just before we wrap this one up, nice little quick one by the looks of things here. We got the game tomorrow versus Brentford away. And as always, I've got the lineup that I will pick here. So I've obviously gone for David Raya in the goal with Timber, Saliba, Gabriel. I'm putting Hincapié in. I want Hincapié to play at left back for this one. Calafiori, when he was playing the other night, I didn't think he gave the best account of himself. He doesn't look like he's really come back from that injury the same player that he was before it. I know that you obviously want to keep playing these players to play them back into form, but I think this is going to be a really tricky game tomorrow against Brentford. I think it's going to be a difficult game, and at the moment, Hincapié is playing better and is looking like the better defender than him. So I want all of the best defenders in. So that's why I've gone for Hincapié. I've gone for Zubimendi, Rice, and Eza in the midfield, with Kai Havertz out and Odegaard looking like he's potentially only going to be fit for the bench, maybe not starting. I'm going to give Eze the nod here. I think Eze needs to prove himself. I think he needs to have more seminal moments in an Arsenal shirt other than just his hat-trick against Crystal Palace. And yeah, when you're called upon, this is the time that you need to step up. So yeah, I'm giving him the baton there and saying to him, go do something, show us something. And then up front, Madueke, Trossard, and Victor Gyökeres. That's pretty obvious what you're going to do with that front 3. But yeah, just got another one here from BX Gunner. They do. Yeah, definitely. Both of them really do need to step up. And it's such a shame as well with the Waneri situation, with him being loaned out to Marseille. I was quite staunch against that loan. I would have loaned him within the league. I didn't really understand giving him to Marseille and for him to develop abroad. I get why they done it. They probably thought he's going to do really well out there, and then if it comes to the scenario that we've got to sell in, there's the European market as well as the domestic market that might pay out for him, and where he's an academy player, it's pure profit. But yeah, we loaned him out there to obviously be with De Zerbi, and De Zerbi's ended up sacked within a fortnight. So not the best again of loans. The Arsenal's loans the last couple of years not really been the most effective. That's something that we've got to get much better at doing. I think we've got to utilise and use the loan market, especially for our players, much better. But yeah, there's no recall there, and there's more injuries and lack of form, and it's just annoying that he's not here to potentially have a shot at it himself. And Hente here, would you have chose Havertz if fit in the starting 11? Yeah, I did. I literally was about to come on here originally for about 9 o'clock, and then I saw the tweet. Jack from the Purely sent the tweet to the WhatsApp group, the David Ornstein tweet about him being injured, and I literally postponed the show but for 5 minutes just so I could change my lineup picture and give you the lineup that I gave. Yeah, Kai Havertz would have been in it right away, Hente. I think he's been brilliant. I really do. And like I mentioned, I think he unlocks Gyökeres. I think he plays to Gyökeres' strengths way better than some of these other players who've played with him way longer, had way much more time than him. But yeah, I think he plays to Victor Gyökeres' strengths really, really well, and I'm gutted about that injury. I really am. And I think that he was going to be a massive player for us. I really do. And he's a physical presence as well. Marino being injured as well. That's another one. That's another physical presence that we've lost. I think that size and that stature and the way that he plays is really, really undervalued. And yeah, he's definitely going to be a miss. But yeah, right. About 20 minutes on the clock. I think that just about sums up everything that I wanted to talk about with everybody tonight. So thanks very much, everybody. Take care. Have a lovely evening. Enjoy the rest of the football that's on and enjoy the game tomorrow. And I will be back after that Brentford game. Take care, everybody. And I'll speak to you soon and I'll see you later.